kindergartners. Welcome to reading with not vocabulary cards anymore. We finished our reading with vocabulary last week. I didn't even realize it was our last book without vocabulary cards. Mr. Gallagher gave me a set of a large stack, which was also in our rhyme game. Mr. Gallagher gave me a very large stack of books that had, there was about half of the books that had vocabulary cards with them and about half that didn't have any. This is one of those books that didn't have any vocabulary cards. It's the first one in that stack that he gave me. So I'm going to read it to you today. I get to sit in my big comfy chair because I don't have those vocabulary cards with me. So I don't need to have the table to lay my vocabulary cards out on. Okay, so the book we're reading today is called I Love School. We know that exclamation point means we need to say, I love school, with emphasis. The book is written by Philemon Sturgis and illustrated by Sherry Halpern. Okay, I love school. Do you think they kind of look like maybe their class is a kindergarten class? They look about the same age as you, kindergartners. Scoot a little bit this way so I can make sure to get all the pictures. My new light is kind of glaring on the pictures here. You can see, looks like there's some words. Ooh, this is interesting. There's a picture of scissors right here, and it says, scissors have been used for more than 3,500 years. That's a long time. I did not know that. Interesting. A real rainbow is made up of 7 colors. Ooh, let's say we know red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then instead of purple, it's indigo and violet. Those are the last 2 colors that are a kind of purplish color, but there are 2 different colors at the end. Before rulers, the inch was described as the width of a man's thumb. So we learned a little bit about rulers and how there's inches on there. They measured by the size of a man's thumb before there were rulers. Let's see. Ooh, the average child in America will wear down 730 crayons by his or her 10th birthday. That means that you are going to use 730 crayons. Well, it says the average, so maybe not you, but some kids use more than 300 or 730 crayons. Some kids use less, but we find that average to figure out most kids, not all, but most will use that many crayons. More than 450,000 school buses transport close to 24 million students in the U.S. to school every school day. Not every year, every school day. That's crazy. Our last one says, a rabbit's teeth never stop growing. Interesting. I've heard this one before, and I heard that that's why they're always nibbling on stuff, because it helps grind down their teeth, because it just keeps growing and growing and they wouldn't fit in their mouth anymore. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, I liked the beginning of that story, having those facts. I love school. School, school, school. I like school. I love the bus that comes this way to take us where we'll spend the day. With all my friends, I laugh and sing. I talk about most everything. Do you hear some rhyming words in this book? Right, I'm hearing rhyming words too. I saw way and day, right, and sing and everything. We'll have to keep our eyes out for some more rhyming words. I love to play with baby dolls. Go. Ooh, oops, I missed this side. I love to build great big block walls. I love to play with baby dolls. There we go. There's our rhyming word. Walls and dolls. I like to draw trains speeding by. I like to paint birds flying high. Here's our train, by, and high, right, birds flying high. It's recess when the school bell rings. I like the slides. I like the swings. Looks like a fun slide. Swings are fun too. I kick the ball when we go out. I just like to run and shout. Raise your hand if you like to run and shout at recess. Raise your hand if you don't really like to run and shout at recess. Yeah, some people like different things at recess. There's lots of stuff to do though. It's a nice time to take a break. I count numbers 1, 2, 3. I write letters X, Y, Z. We've been writing 1, 2, 3 and X, Y, Z. This is definitely making me think this might be a kindergarten class. Let's watch Harvey Rabbit munch. I can hardly wait for lunch. Ooh, lunch. Yum. I'll trade my yummy cheese and ham for your peanut butter jam. Oh, ham and jam, right. Won't do that, but I will trade my apple juice for lemonade. Ooh, which one do you like more? Apple juice or lemonade? Which one? Ooh, I'm hearing kind of a split. I'm hearing some people like lemonade and some people like apple juice. I think if I had to choose between the two, if it was pink lemonade, I'd choose lemonade. I love pink lemonade. But I think between apple juice and normal lemonade, I think I'd choose apple juice. I do like apple juice a lot. It's story time. Let's read the book about a trip some sailors took to a strange land far away. Perhaps we'll go there too someday. You can see the book they're reading with the sailors. Looks like they have a telescope, so they're looking through something that magnifies or makes what's out in front of them bigger, so they can see further out. Oh, look, there's their little rabbit. And what I like the most, you guessed, is our teacher. She's the best. Oh, I really like this book now. School, school, school. I love school. Sometimes we see words that are all capitalized letters. That means it's kind of like an exclamation point where you love school. You can even sing it or shout it. I love school. Oh, and there's some more interesting facts on the back. I really like these interesting facts. The first one says, a pencil will write in zero gravity, upside down, and underwater? I'll have to try that out. A pencil can write underwater? Did not know that. Lunchbox. In the 1930s, toy makers began selling tin pails and boxes for carrying lunch. Huh, so the 1930s, that's almost 100 years ago, is when the lunchbox came out. The world's largest peanut butter and jelly sandwich contains 150 pounds of jelly of peanuts and 50 pounds of jelly. That's a 200-pound peanut butter and jelly. That's the weight of a grown male. Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh, how many days do you think that would take somebody to eat? Listen, whisper, tell me. How many days do you think that would take to eat a 200-pound peanut butter and jelly? Tell me, how many days? You think that many days? I was kind of thinking that too, somewhere around there. A long time. The first glues were made from materials such as fish, natural rubber, animal bones, starch, and milk protein. Today's glues are made from chemicals. Interesting. I wonder if the fish glue smelled bad. A piece of paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times. That's why it's so important to recycle paper, because we can keep reusing it instead of throwing it in the trash and never using it again. National Teacher Day is the first Tuesday of the first full week in May. Oh, this is a perfect book to read. We just had National Teacher Day and National Teacher Appreciation Week last week. I really liked that story so much. Might have to have that in my classroom. Maybe read that on the first day of school or something next year. I don't know. I liked it. Okay, thanks everyone for listening to me read that story, and I'll have more to come. Bye, everyone.